most daredevil group of daffy drivers to ever whirl their wheels in the wacky races, competing for the title of the world's wackiest racer. The cars are approaching the starting line. First is the Turbo Terrific, driven by Peter Perfect. Next, Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth in the Buzzwagon. Maneuvering for position is the Army Surplus Special. Right behind is the Ant Hill Mob in their bulletproof bomb. And there's ingenious inventor, Pat Pendy in his converter car. Oh, and here's the lovely Penelope Pitstop, the glamour gal of the gas pedal. Next, we have the Bouldermobile with the Slag Brothers, Rock and Gravel. Lurching along is the creepy coupe with the gruesome twosome, and right on their tail is the Red Max. And there's the Arkansas Chugabug with Luke and Blubber Bear. Sneaking along last is that mean machine with those double-dealing do-batters, Dick Dastardly and his sidekick, Muttley. And even now, they're up to some dirty trick, and they're off to a standing start. And why not? They've been chained to a post by Shifty Dick Dastardly, who shifts into the wrong gear. And away they go on the way out wacky races.
So it's time to crown champions in the Sim Racing Authority. We start things off the SRA Elwood Designs Xfinity Series at the Atlanta Motorspeedway, where it was Nickolas Shelton, Michael Grillia, David Shutt, Alex Peck, and Nick Norfolk the top 5 as the field would come around the Atlanta Motorspeedway for 120 laps of action. And everything was pretty well settled in for the most part. Now it'd be until lap number 21, with Jonathan Shipman down the backstretch, slides up into the wall, turns hard left in front of Josh Robin, misses him, he clobbers the wall, but his night was over. Track conditions was starting to prove tricky on tires for most cars, and a good example was James Lehman. He got loose out of turn 4 and clobbered the outside wall. He would continue on, but no caution would come out. Then, during green flag pit stops, David Shutt and Reiner were coming up fast on Chance Crum, who was having issues. Norman slides up in the Crum in the Shutt, and that causes a free car pile up in turn number 1. Big casualties were Crum and Norman. Shutt didn't got pretty much almost until there, when Norman smashed him on the right side. The first caution would come out. Kyle Putz inherited the lead as a result, but it did take long for Nickolas Shelton to come right back. He would take the lead on Putz lap number 49, entering turns 3 and 4. Then it was trouble for one of the chase drivers, Brett Bunkari. He got to the outside wall in number 54, slides down in front of Martin Newland, and he almost gets hit by him. He would continue, he won but fall back. But then later on, Femi Owen slides up into Nick Norfolk. They hug fenders and caused a big wreck in turns 3 and 4. That would cause the second caution of the race to come out. And then after the restart, Nickolas Shelton makes a mistake in turns 3 and 4, clips the apron, and that opens the door for fellow chase driver Ariotti, who hadn't won a race at all in the Xfinity Series season. And here he was challenging Shelton. He would take the lead in turn 1 and 2, lap number 83, and then a few laps later, number 88, there was a new player in the mix. Nicholas Caressa was flying on the outside line, making moves, and then up ahead, as you saw in the background, Nickolas Shelton went for the lead right back on Ariotti. He would retake the lead, and Nicholas Caressa, who was using the outside line to his advantage, would get to up as high as 4th and even challenge Kyle Putz for the number 3 spot. And then a couple hours later, number 90, Adi, who got passed by Shelton, was not done. He got right back to the inside of Shelton in turn number 1, and he would reclaim the race lead away from Nickolas Shelton as racing was getting hot and heavy and crazy. And it got even more wild. The tires were strong, who was having a rough day as it was. He got loose on the exit turn 2, spun around, overcorrected. The car then slides back up the track, and Sean Williams had nowhere to go and pile drives the left side of Sean's car, both of them be out of the race. Then a crucial moment on the center of pit stop, Shelton would get out ahead of Ariotti at the exit pit road, and he would inherit the race lead right back. And unfortunately for Nickolas Caressa, his good run ended badly. He got in the wall at 110, slides down, gets into Josh Robin. Brett Bunkari and Jared Darling had nowhere to go. Bunkari spins Caressa. Caressa would continue on with damage, but he was out of contention for a top 5 finish. Late in the going, Ariotti was not done. He tried everything he possibly could to get back by Nickolas Shelton and spoil Shelton's dominant season. But in the end, Audi would burn his tires off and Shelton would pull away as Nickolas Shelton would cap off a dominant season, claiming the win and the championship in the SRA Elwood Designs Xfinity Series. Final results were Nickolas Shelton, Ariati, Kyle Putz, Bobby Linsky 4th, Alex Peck in 5th, Michael Grilli was 6th, Monty Battle was 7th, Jared Sterling 8th, Brett Buncari was 9th, and Bobby Chamber ran out the top 10 after the Xfinity Series.
In today's higher revving and hotter running engines, wear is a greater problem than ever before. Oil breakdown can shorten the life of vital engine parts. That's why there's Castrol. Castrol provides maximum protection against viscosity and thermal breakdown. So use Castrol, because driving today can be a grind. Castrol, engineered for today's smaller cars.
At Kaiser Manufacturing, our 140,000 square foot facility in Coopersville, Michigan does it all. From powder coating and anodizing, to laser cutting, press braking, water jet cutting, and so much more. Everything is produced in-house, making turnaround time quicker than ever before. From short runs to mass production, Kaiser Manufacturing has the capability to turn your concepts to reality. When you're ready to take your business to the next level, count on Kaiser Manufacturing.
It was then the SRA Gen6 Series presented by J. Robin Free's turn to come to the Atlanta Motorspeedway, and Nickolas Shelton was going to try to do what Femi Olak could not do last season, sweep both championships. It would be Marcus Richardson on the pole with Shelton in second, Derek Bordeaux, Bob Zielinski, and Kyle Putz in the top 5. Quick note, that top 5 were 5 of these drivers all competed in the NASCAR Pro Series. Early on there was chaos. John Shimon, who had a bad racing experience, got loose and turned to overcorrected, gets pile driven by David Fish, and Sean Williams' bad week continued as well. He got hit by Fish and he crashed into the inside wall. Then a scary moment, lap number 9, Tyler Deshawn gets in the back of Shelton. They both get sideways. Shelton saves it, but Deshawn could not and gets into Alex Peck. No caution coming out, but Peck's day was over. Then line number 14, Bobby Zielinski made a big move, using the outside line to his advantage and blows by Shelton. Then makes a crossover move on Marcus Richardson, gets 2 for the price of 1, and he rocketed up to the number 2 spot as Derek Bordeaux had the dominant car early on. But then as he went to go by Tyler Deshawn, number 32, to put him lap down, he gets loose with makes an incredible save. He would fall to the number 5 spot and he would continue on, luckily. After green flag pit stops, Bobby Chamber inherited the lead due to short pitting. That lead did not last very long as Derek Bordeaux, who also pitted with a bit of a short strategy, would reclaim the lead right back on lap number 51. And then lap 57, things got worse for Bordeaux. He was being hunted down by Marcus Richardson when he hit the wall in turn 4, almost hits Marcus. He makes another incredible save, but he would drop out of the top 5 and then drop out a few laps later. Then a big moment in the race on number 66. Nickolas Shelton was trying to get by Tyler Deshawn when he hit the wall, comes down and hits Shelton. Shelton crashes hard in the inside wall, and his chance at the double was gone. And that opens the door for guys like Femi Olak and Bobby Cheney, who were both in the chase, still in the mix for the championship. Olak was in a good position though, as he was in the top 3 throughout the majority of the race. With number 75, Bobby Zielinski and Marcus Richardson were having a big duel. Zielinski got to the lead and exit at turn number 2. He would then claim it out of 4. Richardson would then cross over to the inside and down the front straight back into turn 1. Richardson gets his nose out in front just by a little bit, but Zielinski would eventually hold him off for about 11 more laps. And then on number 83, Marcus Richardson uses what Zielinski did, got a big run in the exit turn 2 using the outside line. He would get to the bottom by Zielinski and he would reclaim the race lead. And from then on, he would not look back. The race would go caution-free the rest of the way to lap number 140 as Marcus Richardson would come out of turn number 4. He would go to the start-finish line. He would claim the race win at the Atlanta Motorspeedway, but Femi Olak would come through and claim the SRA Elwood Gen6 Series presented by J. Robin Free Championship. The final results were Marcus Richardson with the win, Bobby Zielinski second, Kyle Putz in third, Femi Olak was 4th, Ariati 5th, Connor Anton was 6th, Nick Norfolk 7th, Nicholas Carson was 8th, Bobby Cheney would come home 9th, and Matt Simpson would run out the top 10. Over in the offseason, the SRA made an announcement that they were not going to run the B car anymore, the Xfinity Series car, and created the SRA National Throwback Series. This series will run the NASCAR K&N car, but with a twist, as drivers are required to run 80s and 90s throwback paint schemes as a throwback to NASCAR tradition. That series is running on Sunday nights and will replace the Xfinity car for sim racing of 40. Over on the SRA Gen6 Series side of things, there's a new sponsor, the SRA Slick Daddy Series, as this series continues to run on Monday nights with the Gen6 Series cars. Now, does this mean that SRA drivers are now officially members of the Slick Daddy Club? Well, I personally doubt it. But anyways, both series will continue to run their normal Sunday, Monday night schedules. You can catch all the action from Sim Racing of 40 live on MaxSpeedTV.com on their YouTube page, Sundays and Mondays at 7:20 Eastern Time. That is youtube.com/MaxSpeedTV.